What if I told you free will was just an illusion? That every decision you make, the people you meet, the paths you take, even the love of your life, was already planned out for you? Sounds like a conspiracy theory, right? Well, for David Norris, it's a terrifying reality. David is a hotshot congressman with his eyes set on the U.S. Senate. He's young, charismatic, and full of potential. But his campaign takes a nosedive when an old college scandal surfaces. On the night of his crushing defeat, something unexpected happens. He meets Elise, a quick-witted, free-spirited dancer hiding in a hotel bathroom. Their connection is instant, electric. She encourages him to be real, to ditch the scripted political nonsense, and when they kiss, it feels like fate itself is stepping in to give him a second chance. That moment changes everything. Inspired, David goes off script during his concession speech, winning over the public in a way no politician ever does. But here's the thing. According to some mysterious higher-ups, this encounter was never supposed to happen. The next morning, something even stranger happens. David bumps into Elise again on a city bus. Pure coincidence, right? Not exactly. See, behind the scenes, there's a secret organization called the Adjustment Bureau. These men in suits aren't just watching from the shadows. They're actively controlling people's lives, ensuring everyone sticks to a pre-written plan created by the chairman, a not-so-subtle nod to God. One of these agents, Harry, was supposed to stop David from seeing Elise again. A simple mistake, a moment of human error, lets David unknowingly defy his fate. And that's where everything spirals out of control. David walks into his office only to find his colleagues frozen mid-action, as if someone pressed pause on reality. The Bureau's agents surround him, and before he can even process what's happening, they take him hostage. The lead agent, Richardson, gives him the cold, hard truth. You are not in control of your life. The plan was never for David and Elise to be together. They weren't meant to meet again, and now, to keep the grand design intact, they will do everything in their power to keep them apart. If David tells anyone about them, he'll be erased, his mind wiped clean as if he never existed. To drive the point home, they destroy the only evidence he had of Elise's phone number, ensuring he'll never find her again. But love is a stubborn thing. 3 years pass, and David never stops looking for Elise. Every single morning, he takes the same bus, hoping for another impossible meeting. Then, against all odds, it happens. The spark is still there, as if no time has passed. David knows what's at stake, but this time, he refuses to let the Bureau win. What follows is a thrilling cat-and-mouse game across New York City, where David fights to be with the woman he was never supposed to love. The Bureau pulls every trick in the book, altering events, rerouting their schedules, manipulating reality itself. But David keeps pushing back. Richardson soon realizes something troubling. David and Elise were actually meant to be together in an earlier version of the plan, but for some unknown reason, their destinies were rewritten. The cracks in the system start to show. If plans can change, who's to say they can't be rewritten again? As David and Elise grow closer, the Bureau escalates their efforts. They bring in their ultimate enforcer, Thompson, the cold and calculating hammer of the Bureau. He reveals something devastating. If David stays with Elise, his future as President of the United States, yes, the President, will be ruined. Worse, Elise's dreams of becoming a world-famous dancer will wither. To prove his power, Thompson makes Elise fall and injure herself, derailing her career. Faced with this crushing truth, David makes a heartbreaking decision. He leaves Elise for her own good. Almost a year passes. David, now deep into his next Senate race, sees an announcement that Elise is getting married. That's when fate, or maybe just a guilty conscience, steps in. Harry, the Bureau agent who failed his assignment in the beginning, has started to doubt the system. He secretly helps David, revealing that Thompson lied. The consequences of their love were exaggerated. Determined to fight back, David learns how to use the Bureau's own shortcuts, hidden doors that allow agents to teleport across the city. He races through New York, interrupting Elise's wedding at the last possible second. At first, she's furious, hurt by his past abandonment. But then he tells her the truth. All of it. About the bureau, the grand plan, the manipulation. It sounds insane, but something inside her believes him. Together, they make a run for it. The bureau chases them, doors flying open to different locations across the city. They weave through New York's hidden pathways until they find themselves cornered on a rooftop with nowhere left to run. Then, something unexpected happens. The agents stop. Just as they brace for the worst, Harry appears with news. The chairman has rewritten the plan. David and Elise are no longer being separated. They are meant to be together. Their love was strong enough to change fate itself.